apparently SummerSlam 2026, the build to it hasn't been entertaining enough to get people to actually buy tickets to go and see it. I've got a lot more facts and figures stuck in my head because I've actually just done a video on it myself, but facing unexpectedly sluggish sales. So, and this is for Saturday's show, because it's a 2-day event now, but for Saturday's show, we're just under 3 weeks away. They're in a 73,000-seat stadium, something around there, and they have sold 22,000 tickets. They've not even sold a third. I say the available because obviously there's like staging.
It's 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have sold more than that.
Yeah.
What was last year's turnout? Well, 3 weeks out.
3 weeks out, I can tell you almost exactly. Just over 39,000 for SummerSlam last year.
Okay, so they've sold half the tickets in advance to this year's WrestleMania than they did last
SummerSlam.
Year. At this SummerSlam, at this point.
Yeah, WrestleMania 42 was actually about the same. But the thing is, for WrestleMania, the tickets for those were like 5 times more expensive. And also, they ran the same city twice in a row, 2 years in a row. But they were also around 3 weeks out, had sold about 39,000 for Saturday. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like SummerSlam this year, I get it's been a bit not that inspiring, I guess. But this is nearly 50% drop over last year, which I find quite incredible and quite telling as well. But 22,000.
What's the main event? CM Punk?
It's CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes again. Mm-hmm. And it's Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins again. And it's Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi again. It's a pile of rematches, essentially.
Now CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, I think they're going to be disappointed in that anyway.
Why?
I don't think Cody is really as over as they want to try to make him be, and the numbers would tell that. You know, Cody, I don't find very. I'm talking for myself, and I like Cody. I love the guy, but I don't think he inspires. He's not a John Cena. You know, John Cena, you either loved him or you hated him. Cody is like in the middle, and you don't know what to do with him. I don't know. I don't know really what to say because it's just he either grabs you or he doesn't, and he really hasn't reached out and grabbed me yet.
The only other
he's groped me a few times in the elevators, but he's never really grabbed me.
No, well, did you say thank you at least?
But and who's the second down? Roman Reigns versus
Seth Rollins. I looked this up. I think this will be their 30th singles match.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, look, okay. You were there at the time as well. I mean, you tell me if you think I'm out of base, but they're trying to make the Shield group. So Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. You know, John Moxley now. They're trying to make this faction out to be like an all-time legendary faction. And I never felt that way about the Shield. I just don't.
I never did.
I don't think it's that big a deal.
No, I never did either. You see, one thing is trying to make a team or someone in this view, but if the fans don't go with it, they don't go with it. And they're what you're judging on. You're going to get enough that you can draw a good live appearance that looks great on TV, that makes money for the company. But I never felt the Shield was like that, ever. And anyway, that's me being a fan.
It felt, to me, do you know what it felt like? It was more of like a manufactured boy band. You know, they were like 3 company favorites being brought up from Florida Championship Wrestling or wherever, or NXT. Yep. I think it was probably Florida Championship Wrestling at that time. You know, it was like 3 individuals that they had to put a character on, and they didn't really have anything kind of really holding them together. It's kind of like the Vision, in the sense. Although at least they were more cohesive than the Division, at least. But I just don't see there was an all-time great faction that WWE were trying to portray them as.
What was their name? The Shield?
Yep.
And what was that explained to be? The Shield versus against what? What were they shielding you against?
I don't know. I mean, I never understood why they were called the Shield. They were just three guys who didn't like other people, but that's been done quite a lot.
So I think they said, why don't we take the Shield and break them up, and instead of one act, we can have 3 acts. And I don't think it worked, but I think Vince liked the guys, and he went with it. But do you think the Shield was really over?
I think for the time they were fairly. But once again, I just don't... They're not like D-Generation X or something. And WWE are trying to make them out to be like that level of influential. I thought they were all right.
See, I think the fans in WWE have seen more starts and stops than they've seen starts and go. Of course, not everything is going to work, but I think the push they put behind the Shield was very, very strong. And I don't think the response from the fans matched the push up front. I just don't.
Yeah. Well, it was all a vehicle to promote Roman Reigns, I guess. Just give him a vehicle to get to the main event, obviously.
Yeah, we can say that now.
Yeah.
Because Roman Reigns is the one who's really benefited.
Oh no, that was apparently that was the point from day one. It was always going to be just like something to get Roman Reigns ready to ascend to the top, and the cards will fall where they may for the other two, I guess.
Well, sometimes the WWE creative is hard to read, because when they get in the room together, it's hard to read the room, and you're in it. So I think they're just, creative is such a thankless job anyway. If you have an idea and it works, oh boy, I tell you, the talent they get all the credit, but it's the idea that got over, not necessarily the talent. But if it bombs, it's not the talent bombing, it's the creative. They're so stupid, they can't get anything right. So, being a creative member, I guess you make decent money, but the headache that it puts in you is not worth it to me.
So for me, what kind of is shocking about how few seats have been sold in all this is that I thought, for like the general WWE audience, not like the super fans and people like me who follow this every day of their lives. I thought, like, broadly speaking, that would be 3 matches that, plus the name SummerSlam, of course, that would get enough people interested to buy tickets. And for whatever reason, it's just not happening. So they'd be lucky to get 30,000 a night at this rate.
Well, no, they got 3 weeks, and in 3 weeks they will work probably 2 more angles. They have to, because I don't know if. I will say, though, even working 2 more angles, I don't know what they could be, but working 2 more angles, I think they'll end up, they have 73,000 last year?
No,
like that.
No. Last year, on average, I think they averaged like 52,000 a night for SummerSlam.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay, I'll say this year it'll be down. I'll say 40,000 a night. Average.
I think that'd be a huge turnaround, because in the 3 weeks last year, I think they bumped up by about 11,000 tickets each night sold. So if they managed to get it 20,000 in 3 weeks, that'd be a massive turnaround. So
what would you predict?
32,000 a night, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even think I'm being pessimistic. I'm just going on the numbers of last year.
I think you are being pessimistic.
Okay, we'll see.
Not being pessimistic.
Can't
so
help it.
What are you saying? 32,000?
Yeah, I'll say 32,000 a night. average.
That's where they are now, right?
No, 22,000 is where they are.
Oh, they'll sell more than 10,000 tickets in 3 weeks.
They didn't last year.
I'll,
Well, they sold 11,000 per night last year. That's why I'm going
I'll
with that
say
number.
around a 40,000 average per night.
Okay.
Is what I'm going to say.
Just to throw this in as well, All In Wembley 3 is happening in about 6.5 weeks, and they're just shy of 30,000 for Wembley, which for them is a disappointment because 2 years ago at Wembley they got 50,000. I don't think they're going to match. I don't think they're going to get close to matching 50,000. But once again, I'd say that's like a bit disappointing for Tony Khan. Whereas for SummerSlam, if they did 35,000, I'd say that was a disaster because SummerSlam's SummerSlam. And the other things are, the tickets aren't nowhere near as big of a rip-off as WrestleMania was. Nowhere near. They're still expensive, but like you can get in for like $75 now. Unlike WrestleMania, which was a $400 buy-in. But the other thing that I want to make mention to you is, do you remember for WrestleMania, WWE was so scared about not filling up the stadium that they probably did like 8 different discounts, like in the 3-month run-up to WrestleMania, and they did a huge one like 48 hours beforehand to fill up. And I'm wondering if fans are now cottoning on to this and realise, well, hey, the longer I wait, the cheaper the tickets will get, so why would I spend full price? That would be ridiculous. They've kind of hurt themselves if that's the case.
Yeah. Well, once they figure that out, it's going to go down to the deadline. It's going to go down to you buy the tickets on the day of the show, and that's when you got your tickets out there. They're dying to get rid of them, so you get a good deal on them.